Auditeurs, auditrices, bonsoir. Bienvenue dans l'émission English Within Your Reach, l'anglais à votre portée sur la radio Canal FM, la 93.5. Je suis Samuel Attire. Vous suivrez cette émission tous les samedis à partir de 15h. Le but de cette émission est de vous permettre de vous familiariser à la langue anglaise et de vous connecter au mieux avec elle. Nous apprendrons le vocabulaire, nous réfléchirons sur des sujets d'actualité et nous donnerons des astuces qui serviront non seulement à améliorer votre maîtrise de l'anglais, mais qui enrichiront également vos diverses conversations. À travers les divers sujets qui seront abordés, votre connaissance sera élargie et votre passion pour l'anglais grandira. Hello everyone, my name is Samuel Attire and I am the host of your English program, English Within Your Reach, here on Canal FM Radio. You will be following me every Saturday on the same frequency from 3 p.m. That being said, I welcome you all to today's broadcast. The purpose of this broadcast is to help you connect with the English language on another level through the various subjects that will be discussed and other interesting content that you will definitely enjoy. Stay tuned, we'll be back soon. Mesdames et messieurs, vous écoutez English Within Your Reach, l'anglais à votre portée sur Canal FM, la 93.5. Bonsoir à vous, si vous venez de nous rejoindre. Dans l'émission du jour, nous aborderons notre sujet du jour qui porte sur le leadership entrepreneurial avec notre invité spécial que vous découvrirez sous peu. Ladies and gentlemen, you are currently listening to English Within Your Reach on Canal FM Radio. In today's broadcast, we will be discussing our topic of the day relating to entrepreneurial leadership with a very special guest that you will discover in a short while. To participate in the program, feel free to call the following numbers 2221-3374-6375. Don't go anywhere because we'll be right back for the topic of the day. This is English Within Your Reach on Canal FM Radio. Welcome if you are just tuning in. Aujourd'hui, nous débattons autour du leadership entrepreneurial et comme d'habitude, à ce niveau, la réflexion se fait uniquement en anglais dans le but d'aiguiser votre oreille à l'écoute et de vous familiariser aux conversations en anglais. The topic we're tackling today relates to entrepreneurial leadership, and to discuss about it, we have our very special guest entrepreneur. She is a founder, executive director, serial entrepreneur, founder, Livingstone's Eco Village, and U-Trader. This is none other than Mrs. Olatokunbo Ige. Mama, welcome to the studio of Canal FM.
Thank you very much, Doreen.
Thank you so much for the privilege of having you here again. We don't take it for granted at all, Ma.
Thank you.
Our conversation today revolves around entrepreneurial leadership, which is a very great issue given the large number of people that want to venture into entrepreneurship without necessarily knowing what it is about. Therefore, it is essential to hear and learn from people like you who have set the pace and continue to inspire entrepreneurs across Africa and beyond. For the sake of our conversation today, we will be focusing on Eco Village and Togo Mall. And our first question is for you to share with us the inspiration behind Eco Village and what motivated you to embark on this sustainable initiative.
Thanks, Doreen. I guess first, thank you very much for having me. It's been a while, yes, but it's been a worthwhile time also just getting to do things around this country. What inspired me to create Eco Village, I would say my passion. I have a passion for everything that's nature, natural, everything that promotes your well-being. And I looked around Togo ever since I've been in and out around this country. I haven't really seen anything. I don't know of any place where you can really go outside Lomé especially, where you can, really connect with nature. I mean, there are hotels. I don't take that for granted. But my concept of Eco Village is one in which really you connect with nature. And it's connecting body, soul, and spirit. It's everything you eat. It's the air you breathe. It's just the surroundings. It's that place where you can go and just switch off from everything, your phone, your whatever, and just, reconnect with yourself. And if you're like me, a spiritual person, reconnect with your creator. So this is actually what inspired me to create Eco Village.
Thank you very much, Mama. You said disconnect from our phone. Please, what do you mean by that?
you know how we're also addicted.
Yes.
It's fast becoming an addiction. Some people, if you want to kill them right now, just take their phone.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not quite sure what it is that I don't know whether it's something in the phone itself that's drawing us to this, but it's just crazy. I mean, people cannot be separated from their phones for 2 minutes. It's almost like the world's going to come to an end. And and this is beginning to affect a lot of things. It's affecting family life. It's affecting even people's capacity to just stop, take a break, think, and reflect. You're attached to this thing. You're switching it off and on the internet and so on. So basically, that's what I mean by disconnect from your phone.
That's true. That's true. How does the concept of Eco Village help address environmental concerns and promote sustainable living? Well,
I mean, first, it's an eco-friendly, eco-based space. It's our wellness space. It's our concept of a home away from home, where we have built, all our buildings are actually made out of bricks that came out of the earth. We have like 1% of cement in all the bricks that have been used there. So that in itself controls the temperature of the buildings that we have. We have village-style thatch roof bungalows. In addition, we now have 12 additional rooms which are in a story building. I must say that in itself has been a bit challenging, because we had to put air conditioning in those rooms, in those 12 rooms, simply because of the climate change. You can't imagine how much of an impact this climate change has had until you kind of cast your mind back to the last couple of days, couple of weeks, where you can hardly sit in any room. You're feeling hot already at 7 a.m. in the morning. So after we had finished building and we had thought, okay, it's going to be like the others, we ended up having to put in air conditioning because it was just unbearable being there. But that being said, it doesn't remove much from when the air is fresh, when the condition allows that you leave your rooms your windows open and so on. So we're outside the city. We're in a village which is fast becoming a town, but it's still an environment that's calm, and it's still an environment that's very green. And of course, we're producing what we eat mostly, especially our vegetables and our fruits. And we're eating, and we're ensuring that the way our food is prepared is responds to as much of a natural standard as is possible. So we have everything in the atmosphere and everything in place in Eco Village to make it, an eco-friendly, and that most of our furniture is made from recycled material as well, because U-Trader, which is our sister company, produces out of used tires. We make furniture, we make our lamps. I mean, it's worth visiting because I guess in itself it shows you things that are possible when it comes to sustainability. The other thing is that, even the fish that we eat in Eco Village now, we actually have a fish pond of our own, which makes it, so it's all of these elements put together, an environment where you're surrounded by trees, green, and so on, which makes the air very clean for people who come and stay.
And it's not very far from Lome as well.
No, it's not. It's just at the péage, the Chevier péage. So it's all of 30 minutes if the trailers would would be on the road, but when you don't have them, then in 20 minutes from GTA, you'll be in Davier.
Thank you very much. What are some other specific features of Eco Village that make it compelling to visit?
Well, I think apart from the green environment, and as I said, we make our own juices. We do our best to make sure that everything you eat there is natural. We don't keep food. So we cook from the scratch. And so people find that what we provide is, it's tasty, it's nice. We've made it in such a way that Eco Village, we have an aquarium like no one else has in Lomé. And we make available a play area for children. We try to make it a very homely place. And I repeat that it's very quiet in Eco Village. And because, of course, Davier is kind of in a valley, in the evenings it does quite get very cool. So it's Eco Village provides you with a place where you could, if you had a seminar or you had a training program and you wanted to go with your family, your kids would find something to do, your spouse would be able to relax. It's a good place for writers. It's a good place for people who love to reflect, really, and people who understand the value of just shutting down from all the hula baloo that we have around the world and just deciding that I want to, rediscover myself. So it's, I call it my thinking pad. It's one of the places that I find that I'm able to really reflect when I really need to. So that's...
Do you have any plans to replicate the Eco Village model in other locations in Togo?
Yeah, why not? I mean, if the resources are there, why not? I think it's actually a need. And I think, and that's why a lot of people who have come to speak to me, I told them, you know what, I can even be a free consultant. The reason being that, life shouldn't just be about running. At some point in time, you have to remember that this shell that we are all living in, that we are calling our body, can decide to leave us. It can decide to just give up. It can decide to just pack up that way. And there's not much you can do. So why get to that stage and then go and start buying medication and so on, when you can prevent it by just deciding that, this weekend, I don't feel up to it. My body's beginning to tell me something else. Let me just take a break before you end up, seeing a physician and getting all sorts of diagnosis. So really and truly, it's that drives me. When I think about Eco Village, when I think about the fact that outside of Lomé, we see one or two things springing up now, but it's still not, we still don't have as many places that you can go to where you can just kind of lay out there and tell yourself, everything's going to be all right.
Yes. Thank you very much, ma'am. I'd like us to move on a little bit to the Togo Mall initiative. And here, you've given us an overview of what it entails and the idea behind it.
Okay, so, for those who know me very well, I'm on a journey. Let's put it that way. It's a journey that promotes self-sufficiency. It's a journey that wants to capitalize on the energies of the younger generation, of the reflections, the innovation that's out there, that which is possible and that which is already in existence. And that journey is taking me from not just doing self-development, personal development, self-leadership trainings for young people or for young entrepreneurs, but it's taking me now to a place where, as a serial entrepreneur myself, I've discovered some of the problems, the challenges that those who are in this space are having to deal with. And so I ask myself, what kind of solutions can we bring to this situation? And after reflection with a number of young entrepreneurs, after trying to work with the Ministry of Commerce to get Togolese products onto the shelves in some of the bigger supermarkets, we decided to I just thought, what the hell? We can also have our own supermarket that has only made in Togo products. So I called up a couple of the colleagues, entrepreneurs, and I said to them, what do you think about this? luckily for me, they all jumped at it. They were all excited. And I said, okay, now let's think. This thing came to me I'm pretty spiritual, so it came to me in kind of an open vision. And it was very clear that, we should go and put it at the CETEF, which is the Foire Togo 2000, the Trade Fair Center. And so I walked up to the new Director General and had a chat with him. He was very excited. So from having this open vision to having the Director General being interested, to having the entrepreneurs, I kind of had all the pieces together. So now it was a question of how do you put the puzzle. So we designed the picture together, and then we're on that journey now. There's about 80 or more entrepreneurs who have their products, ranging from food, agriculture, agriculturally transformed food, rice, beans, pepper, the spices, everything you can think about, to the artisans who have their crafts there, to fashion designers like Nadiaka, to those who are making soap like Galerie d'Afrique, even Eco Village have their juices, Junabio, Moringa, Mori Juice by Tanko Timati. You have Shoko Togo. So all of the known Togolese entrepreneurs, I think almost everybody, Fruity Fresh, they're all there. So they all have their products there. We're all together in this one space, which is fully air conditioned, which is, a lot of people have been to visit who have said, wow, we didn't think this kind of thing existed in Togo. What is also encouraging is that we set a pace without realizing that we were going to be a pioneer. We set a pace in West Africa. There is no other country that has a shop that has only products from the country. So that in itself is also a first. Gapa shoes, you have everybody, made in Togo, who have the T-shirts. Zene is there with us, also supporting us in this venture. So this is what Togo Mall is. But it's just a second piece of the puzzle. We're still going to another level, because the idea is for us to be able to not just competing amongst ourselves, but when you talk of competition here, we're talking about a healthy competition. A competition in which 5 people doing potato chips or plantain chips are in the same supermarket, and we're learning from each other. We're seeing that we need to make sure that our packaging is, it's tops. We're seeing that it's about quality first before quantity. At the same time, we must make sure that we're able to have a marketing strategy that allows us to compete within ourselves here in the country, but be prepared to compete with the rest of the world. Because with the African free trade zone, we don't have a choice. Where we no matter how small or how big our country is, we still have to be in this market. So how do we get ourselves market ready, investment ready, and be ready to take the next step? So yes, most of us are startups in this new jargon definition, but our target is that there'll be more scale-ups before we realize it, and before we know what is happening. Togo will also be producing its own unicorns or whatever else you want to call them in the entrepreneurial space.
Indeed.
So that's it.
Indeed. Togo Mall is holding its first event next week. What is the concept and when is it happening?
Okay, so because Togo Mall was created during the last national fair, the end of year fair, a lot of people forget that we are there permanently. So we developed a communication strategy and an awareness strategy that in order for people to remember that we're there, and that every day of the week, Togo Mall is there available at the CETEF. For you to buy anything that is made in Togo. We decided we would celebrate some of the holidays or some of the days that, people tend to do some shopping. So Valentine's Day is the next one. And we decided that a couple of days before then, we would have like an open day we call it Togo Mall in red, which means decoration, everything will be the lovers red.
Yes.
And from there, we have tickets available, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, that people can pick up and give to whoever they want. We hope they'll be giving it to their lovers and the people they love and the people they care about, so that those people can then come to the mall. They have the opportunity to shop, but they also have the opportunity to meet some of our entrepreneurs who will be there for kind of tasting for that which is food, and then also get to talk to them about what inspired them and so on, because we want this to be a networking opportunity, but it's also an opportunity to learn about the challenges and about the progress and about the processes that the entrepreneurs are living with.
So they could take advantage of all this via the tickets.
Oh yes. If you buy tickets, there's like how much you buy, and then you get a little card that makes you come in freely to taste our juices, the cakes, the biscuits, everything that you have there.
With the beautiful package, Togo Mall.
With the beautiful package in
Yes.
Togo Mall. Yes.
Good. What are the next steps for Togo Mall after this huge event?
Well, after this huge event, we're going to continue in that dynamics. We are also, as I said, it's an opportunity for us to reinforce the capacity of our entrepreneurs. So all the entrepreneurs who are in the Togo Mall space will have an opportunity to participate in masterclasses, and we're not talking we're talking practical masterclasses here from people who can really help us to see clearly and to be able to go to the next step. But every other activity, whether it's Independence Day celebration, Easter, Christmas, whatever occasions, Labor Day that we have, we will make sure that we're reaching out so that the population, come visiting Togo Mall, and hopefully very soon we will be we will be open for those who are in transit. We're about 5 minutes away from the airport, and we're hoping that discussions go forward with the authorities to allow those who have the possibility to come out of the airport when they have like a 2-hour, 3-hour transit, to be able to come and visit this one place where you can find almost everything that is made in Togo and is of good quality. So this is also something that we have in mind, and we're working on very frantically. We're hoping also that our entrepreneurs village, which will be like an innovation hub, which permits you it will help the entrepreneurs to make progress with what their businesses and what they're doing, but it will also make it possible for them to engage with potential investors. In order to be able to ensure that we do get a scale up. It's sad these days that you hear people talking as if entrepreneurship is possible just by waiting for donors to come and give you money. Today we now have a name for those are grantpreneurs. Those are not entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are people who are willing to open up their businesses, accept risks, take risks, be investment ready, and really grow, grow their products to the extent that, if tomorrow they're not there, the products will outlive them. A good enterprise business is one that lives 99 years and beyond. And that's what we are aspiring for here in Togo. And I'm sure it's possible.
It is.
That's why we're committed to it.
It is. As a serial entrepreneur, how do you manage multiple projects simultaneously?
No, I guess it's a mindset thing. Being a serial entrepreneur doesn't mean you have to do everything. In the first instance, it's all about leadership. It's all about your capacity to identify what your needs are, to identify people who can do it, to trust them, to get them to run with it, to get them to get the buy-in. Once you're confident with people who are around you, they get the buy-in, they feel that they're actually co-creators with you, then it's easy. So all you're doing will be just to be there, kind of supervising at a very macro level, while the everyday management of the business is being taken care of by somebody else. I mean, Togo Mall is a great example. I mean, it's amazing because when we just opened, I was like going in and out of there every day. But today now, I mean, I haven't even been there this week. So actually, that reminds me that I haven't even passed by, even if it's only to say hello to these other young people who run the place. And we're getting good feedback. So it shows that if you actually train your people well, if you teach them very well, beyond customer service, it's actually learn how to give a customer experience. You really don't have to be at every place at all times. So this is the way that I deal with those issues. And then I love to work with people. So, you know, take Togo Mall. It's a good number of people that have come together. We share ideas, we reflect, we try to do this together, and that's how it can work. It can't work you trying to do it alone. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ma, for shedding light on the notion of entrepreneurial leadership. We're very grateful to you for having taken this time out of your schedule to honor this invitation. We're coming to the end of this inspiring and exciting conversation. Is there a final word you would like to say, as well as certain possible numbers that we can contact people from, or social number pages?
Oh, well, Togo Mall, again, I repeat, is in Setef. It's with what used to be the Pavillon Mono. We have a half of it. They can be reached through the social media pages. And you know, I just want to encourage us, all of us living in Togo, whether we're Togolese or non-Togolese, do just pass by Togo Mall. Go see the variety of what is available in this country. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised not just at the quantity, but the quality of what our people have been able to put together. I'm extremely proud of a lot of these products. A lot of them I have taken to places, even including places like Nigeria. And people are asking me, when you're coming to Nigeria next, bring me the broken rice, bring me the Corvier rice, bring me the, you know, there's a pepper that is made by a lady called Sefako. You know, there's so many things there that you find. And I really think that people should come. People should be proud of what we produce, so that, we can eat what we produce and produce what we eat and help to build the economy of our own country.
And we can't wait to see them at the event.
No, yes, please. We really would like to see you on the 10th of February, beginning at 4 p.m. Come to Togo Mall. You'll be able to shop. You'll be able to meet the entrepreneurs. You'll be able to exchange with them, share your views. And who knows, maybe you might get convinced that there's a need for you to become an entrepreneur too.
Thank you very much, Madam. Dear listeners, this is the end of today's broadcast. Thank you for having listened. This was English Within Your Reach on Canal FM Radio. I wish you a fantastic and pleasant weekend. Don't forget to tune in next week at the same time and on the same frequency. Chers auditeurs, nous sommes à la fin de l'émission du jour. Merci de nous avoir suivis. C'était English Within Your Reach, l'anglais à votre portée sur la 93.5. Nous vous souhaitons une très bonne fin de semaine et j'espère vous retrouver la prochaine fois à la même heure et sur la même fréquence. Pour des infos ou des questions, contactez-moi au 90 78 95 88 ou sur englishwithinyourreach@gmail.com ou encore sur notre page Facebook English Within Your Reach. For further information, contact me on the number 90789588 or on englishwithinyourreach@gmail.com. Also, make sure you visit our Facebook page English Within Your Reach for other amazing content. Have a great weekend and see you definitely next Saturday.